What's going on, guys? Today we're looking at a Grand Design Imagine XLS. This is a 22 RBE 2024 model. This is actually my favorite floor plan from the Imagine XLSs, and I'll show you guys why as we go inside. I'll tell you a little bit about the product. We'll do a walk around of the outside afterwards, but I know a lot of people like to start with the interior because this is probably where you're going to be spending your time, I guess. So right off the bat, you'll see it's got the sliding door here, which gives you a kind of private bedroom at the front of the unit. Your bed is still able to be walked around. I like this setup. This is something that Grand Design does on almost all of their units. In fact, I believe all of the XLSs, all of the Imagines, other than some of the AIMs, have that. So easily able to access your bed. You'll see it's got the cubbies on either side, which I like as well. You can plug stuff in there, charge your phone, charge your USBs. I know that, or your phone with the USB, excuse me, or other devices, I suppose, with the outlet. I know a common thing is a CPAP machine. A lot of RVers have CPAP machines for whatever reason, but there's been some surveys sent out on that, and that's a very, very common thing. So those cubbies are very, very useful in those situations. You can see it's got the hanging storage on either side of the bed. This is standard with the Imagines. It's pretty much the same front bedroom on them, so if y'all have seen any videos before or seen them in person, not too much new here. Obviously, there'll be storage under the bed. Cabinetry, drawers, all of the front of the drawers and the cabinetry is going to be real wood, solid hardwood. It's European poplar. There's your underbed storage, and you got your 30 amp cable there. So good quality, which if you're familiar with Grand Design, you know that they're very high quality trailers. So high quality, in fact, that Grand Design was one of the first companies in the industry, may have been the very first, have to double check, that warranties for full-time living. They don't void your warranty if you're living in the camper, which tells you a lot, because if you're spending 365 days in the camper versus somebody spending, let's say, 2 or 3 days out of the year, or 2 or 3 weekends, you're gonna have to build a much nicer product, or else you're gonna be paying like crazy on your warranty. So anyways, here's your floor plan. You got a lot of counter space, a lot of storage on the 22 RBE. Again, you can close off this bedroom. Your bathroom is separated as well. This is part of why I like the floor plan, because there's 3 distinct areas, even in such a small trailer. I believe this is a 26-foot trailer. We can check the spec sheet right here. These will be on our website if you guys need. Yeah, 25-foot 11-inch, so I was 1 inch off. But you got a 3-burner standard RV oven. Mostly that'll be for like biscuits or cookies. You can't fit a whole lot in there. Can't quite fit the Thanksgiving turkey. But you got your microwave, excuse me, right there. A lot of counter space. Again, this can go up as well. Give you a little more counter space if you'd like. The table here you can fold up and put under the bed. In fact, that's where it's stored. But you've got your recliners right there, and they are a heat massage and then the LED light strip. These are the Thomas Paine recliners, which are incredibly nice. And I can't remember if this thing folds down or not. Yes, it does. So you got cup holders there as well if you'd like. So I've talked about the solar on the Grand Designs quite a bit in my videos. You have a 12-volt fridge with Grand Design. If you haven't been camping in a few years, it used to be standard to have the propane electric systems. This one is 12 volt, so it'll run off of your battery, which means while you're traveling down the road, you have that 7-pin connection out front, which we'll take a look at, that will hook up to your truck, charge your battery. So while you're traveling on the road, you don't need to pull your food out, and you don't need to run propane. This will be 12 volt, and when you hook up to power, it switches over to that 120 power. And then you have solar panels on the roof of all of your Grand Designs, which will keep your battery charged. So super nice system with the fridges. They cool off a lot faster than the old propane electric. I just like them better in general. So good storage, good space in the bathroom, even some good counter space in the bathroom, which is rare. Usually you're dealing with about this right here, and that's it. So deep storage right there, which is usually it's just like a medicine cabinet or something. But and again, these are real good construction on their shelves and drawers. So I've commented before on the Formica countertops, which I like not just because my name is Micah, but it's kind of like an imitation solid surface. You find these in some houses even. And what's nice is because they've got it folded over the edge right here, there's no like seam where they're attaching trim to it that starts to fall off and mold and get nasty. So it's really like the best option for solid surface without making the trailer too heavy. Okay, tankless water heaters are in all of them, which means you have infinite hot water, unless, of course, you run out of propane. But they'll use a 60,000 BTU Furrion, which is LP only. I'm going to do a standard shower check. I'm 6'2", so if you're 4 or 5 inches shorter, you'll be about right here. Skylight helps me. Decent size. I mean, I can kind of shift around and move. I'm used to ducking because I'm 6'2", even in houses, but hopefully that gives y'all some perspective on the shower size there. So, okay, let's go ahead and hit the outside here. So, you got one slide out, which is of course right there. By the way, on the panel inside here, let's just peek back real quick. That's where you're going to control everything, your lights and your slides. You can get an app on your phone that'll control it as well, so that is worth mentioning. We'll come around the front here. You'll notice they have this, they call it tough ply, the pass-through. This is going to protect you from kind of dinging this area up. They used to have linoleum. They started putting that tough ply in there on the 24 models, which is a TPO-based material. So super, super nice. Electric tongue jack. You'll have a light and then the extend and retract here for hitching up or leveling out your camper front to back. So, and then you've got manual stabilizing jacks, which I actually like these better than the electric because they're rated for more weight. They're easier to change out if something happens to them, not nearly as costly. You can see there's just a few bolts right there, so you can pull them off. But there will be ones at the front and the rear, which will make the camper super stable. You're staying inside of it. Your docking station right here, standard with the outdoor shower. Of course, you'll run your hose right down through there, and that way you can close up your baggage doors. You've got a battery disconnect and a solar disconnect. If you plug in, matter of fact, your battery, battery's on the bottom here. Your battery, that's what's going to give you power to your camper. Once you get that plugged in, all of your 12 volt will be lit. And then the solar, while this is pulled out, your charge controller will not be pulling power from your solar panel and sending it to your battery. We've got it pulled out because we're not using a battery right now. But if you've got a battery on your camper, I would leave that in at all times. So if it's going to storage, go ahead and pull it out. You are prepped for TPMS system, the tire link. Those will give you the stems that you can go ahead and connect to your tires and monitor your tire pressure, which is a huge deal. That's the most common reason for blowouts. It's worth mentioning though that Grand Design uses Goodyear Endurance tires. These are American-made tires. They've got a 5-year warranty on them, and the first year is no questions asked. So they are well-made tires, but you still want to monitor your tire pressure just in case. You got 2 dumps on this one. So you've got a gray tank right here, and that's your storage for your stinky slinky, okay, your sewer hose. And then on the rear, you're gonna have your other gray and black tank. This will be for your restroom. So at the front is for your sink and your kitchen, and then the rear is for your shower and sink, and then your toilet. So just keep that in mind. You'll see the red drums on the tires here. This is actually indicating that they've gone over to the ABS system, the anti-lock brake system, which will help you out. It can prevent swaying by kind of pulsing the brakes on one side of the camper. And it's also going to prevent you from like slipping on ice or rain. Just basically have better traction. I'm sure most of you guys are probably familiar with anti-lock brake systems. So head around to the back. You've got outlets and a cable output here. If you want to set up a TV outside, you can do that. I'll just show you the outlet real quick there. Okay. You do have a spray port. This will just be cold water. It's not hot and cold like the one in the docking station. That'll go right to your fresh tank. Got an awning over top there, and then on the rear of the camper, you are prepped for a backup camera. You've got a ladder for access to your roof, which is a huge deal. You've got a fully walkable roof on anything that's Grand Design, and the roof is made out of a TPO material instead of that cheap rubber stuff, which will kind of deteriorate over time. There's actually a limited lifetime warranty on your roof because the TPO is so excellent. And here's where you'll plug your power cable, hook it up to your shore power. You've got a receiver hitch as well, rated for 300 pounds. That is not for towing, that's just for an accessory. And then your tankless water heater right here. So it's worth mentioning, I've advised my customers before on the backup, on the ladder on the back of the camper. If there's not a ladder on the back of the camper, it means one of 2 things. Either they don't have a walkable roof, so they don't want you on the roof, or the back of their camper is a hung wall. And odds are it's a pass-through wall, so there's no insulation in there. It's basically just studs and fiberglass hung on it, which is not amazing. It's going to get you a lot hotter. One of the big things about Grand Design that they advertise up front are their insulation ratings. They've got a R40 on the roof, R30 on the floor and underbelly, and R7 on their walls, and that includes the slide outs. Slide outs are laminated and insulated fully, braced and framed slide outs. So the top of your slide out is actually fully walkable, just as the roof is. And you'll find some of that if you're ever at a dealership. And I believe you can find this online as well, some information about the warranties, temperature checks where they'll test them in 100 degrees or 15 degrees. These are true 4-season campers, and matter of fact, they're a little more effective than most of the industry because of the nice insulation that they have. You're not only heating or cooling it, but you're maintaining that heat in the underbelly because there's insulation, inside the cabin because there's insulation, so on and so forth. If y'all have any questions on anything, guys, y'all let us know. If you're watching this on YouTube, just put it in the comments. If you're watching on, say, Facebook or our website at Clear Creek RVs, just give us a call, and we're happy to help you out. So you can ask for Micah if you want. That's my name. Oh, porcelain toilet. Didn't mention that. That's important to a lot of people. It does have a plastic lid, which throws people off. I've mentioned that quite a bit. But there you go. Okay, appreciate you guys watching. Hope you enjoyed that. That was the 22 RBE. This is a 24 model from Grand Design. It's an Imagine XLS. And we'll see you guys on the next video.